What an amazing putt. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to warm up and keep this round going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is our final stop here in the beautiful city of Morristown, Tennessee, and we are taking on Rotary Disc Golf Course. It is hands down the coldest morning that we have ever tried to film. So I hope you guys sit back, relax, stay for a while, and let's go toss some plastic. And we've made it to hole 1 of Rotary Disc Golf Course in Morristown, Tennessee. We are going to start off playing the short par 3, 435 feet. We will alternate between shorts and longs, just depending if I can see the long basket or not. And today is definitely pushing the limits on how cold I can get out and film. So hopefully we can finish this round up. It's currently sitting a little under 30 degrees. So we are going to start off with our AJ Destroyer. The basket is dead straight ahead. Oh, that hurt everything. All right, I'm not sure where we ended up. Hopefully we have a long putt. For the first throw of the day in this extremely cold weather, I will gladly take it. We've left ourselves probably 82 feet for the 2. Oh, never had a chance. All right, we'll take a 3. For the 3. Hole 2, 350 feet. The basket is tucked in a very tricky location, but for the tee shot, we just want to get a big hyzer shot with a very overstable disc and then make a play for the pin. We are going to go with our scepter. All right, hopefully we got up there quite a ways. As you guys can see, the basket is tucked up in the trees there, and the basket is on a pretty steep hill. We're about 100 feet away. We are gonna go with a soft P-Waka Waka shot. Get up there. All right, a little too high, but we should have an easy par. For the 3. Hole 3, absolutely gorgeous hole. 370 feet. It does go downhill. It's a giant Annie shot. We are going to go with our Hades. I just threw this in the bag today because it looks like we have some elevation shots. I haven't thrown this in quite a while, so let's see how it does. Wow. That was my first thrower. I did not intend for that to be a roller, but sometimes I forget how flippy that disc actually is. And funny enough, I think we're gonna have a putt. Well guys, as it turns out, the old thrower went about 85 feet deep. Hopefully we can knock down this long one. This would be an amazing 2. Come on. Let's go. I thought that was gonna fall out, but it hung in there. What an amazing putt. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to warm up and keep this round going. Well guys, when I was sitting in Greta trying to hype myself up this morning to get out in this cold to film today's course, I started seeing drops of water coming from my dome light. I would assume it's from all the frost that was melting off the top of the van, and I don't know if I should have dressed that or, hear me out, turn it into an indoor shower. I don't think that's the worst idea ever, but if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Hole 4, absolutely crazy looking tee shot, but guys, from what I understand, there's a lot of construction going on, and I think it affects holes 4 and 5, so this tee sign is completely wrong. The basket's dead straight. The rangefinder has it at about 265 feet, but nonetheless, we still have to get through this guardian of trees off the tee pad. I'm gonna go with my Halo Boss and just get a nice little flick shot. All right, nice and simple. We got out there. Let's see where we ended up. Nothing too special about this tee shot, but as you guys can tell, there is a huge construction operation going on here. One of the locals did tell me that they might be putting a road right through hole 18, which is a pretty iconic one here. You do hate to see it. We still have 105 feet for the 2. I'm just gonna send the hammer. Oh, it's not very good. All right, we'll take it. That was so stupid. Why did I just pick my driver up and throw it in the construction zone? For the 3. Not a chance. Hole 6, it does look like that we threw from hole 4's tee pad to hole 5's basket. There is some confusion there, but like I said, a lot of things are torn up, so you didn't miss anything too exciting, but we have 310 feet, dead straight, quite a few trees to get through up there. I am actually gonna disc up to a fairway driver so I can keep it nice and low and not contend with all of those branches up in the air. We are gonna go with our star T-bird. Hook up, there we go, settle, settle. Oh, big skip down the hill. As you guys can tell, very not ideal landing spot here. We have about 10 trees in front of us. I'm gonna try to do a little turnover flick shot with my Kia and maybe have a chance of making this one. Oh, too low, but we'll take it. Hole 7, this is a very difficult one, 400 feet, dead straight tunnel shot. As you can see, our window is quite a ways up the fairway, making it hard to hit, but we are gonna full send it with our champion Orc. Oh, it didn't flip. Oh, that was a really bad tee shot. We didn't get any flip on our Orc. Hyzered out, we're gonna have to work for it. On the plus side, we did get max flight out of the Orc, so luckily we made it quite a ways up the fairway. We have this tricky Annie shot, probably about 95 feet for the 2. We are gonna go with the Piwaka Waka. Come on. You hate to see it. I didn't even see that branch there. Dang it. Slowly but surely, we are making our way towards the basket. We probably have 50 feet for the 3. Oh no, not a good putt. Hole 8, another very tricky hole, 430 feet. You need to get a ton of right turn off your tee shot and try not to just completely overturn your throw. It'd probably be a lot safer to go with a mid-range shot, but we are gonna full send it with our champion Orc. As long as that didn't cut roll, I think we're gonna be in a really good spot. Looking back, you definitely just want to go with a very flippy mid-range. Going with the Orc pushed us a little too far. Now we have this very difficult sidearm flick shot way uphill to try to make a play for the pin. We are going to go with our Justice. Get up there, get up there. Oh, that was a really good shot. I am very happy with that. One of our best approach shots in quite a while. Hole 9, 305 feet. This pin is very hard to reach off the tee shot. I wish I had the guts to go for that very skinny, dead straight lane, but we're gonna hang it super wide with our Halo Boss, hopefully get a huge skip and leave ourselves a long putt. Get through. Oh. Yeah, I didn't throw that at all how I just explained, but we'll still have a long putt, we'll take it. Definitely not an ideal tee shot, but hey, it did work out for us all right. We have about 60 feet for the 2. Hopefully we can knock down another long one. Oh, not a bad run. Hole 9 break, and now that I've been in Morristown for a little over a week, there are quite a few things about this city that genuinely confuse me. Being a van lifer, and with how early it gets dark these days, I'm usually kicked out of the parks about 6 p.m. So I do find myself spending a lot of time in mall parking lots and Walmart parking lots just doing a bunch of editing. And it seems like the favorite hobby in Morristown is to go to those local stores, drive your vehicle up and down the parking lot, and just rev it nonstop over and over and over. I don't really understand the concept of this, but it's very consistent. Every night, if you go to Planet Fitness, there's gonna be a big hangout and just non-stop revving, trying to do burnouts and big diesels blowing clouds of black smoke. And I've also never seen so many lifted trucks with underbody lights. And guys, this is not judgment. I'm a huge car guy and I do love my trucks as well, but it's just a very interesting dynamic going on here. But I will say the people in the Morristown disc golf community are super awesome. I've met a lot of them playing the doubles events. I did lose my Breeze one day and there was about 5 people who came and helped me look for it. It did take quite a long time, but luckily we found it. Now let's get back to our brutally cold round. Hole 10, pretty straightforward. It's 450 feet, dead straight, but it is way uphill. We are gonna go with our 2-line destroyer. Not a ton of distance, but we'll take that. We still have about 82 feet way uphill for the 2. I still don't feel like my arm is warmed up all the way, and we're walking into some long holes. So hopefully we can get all that figured out. We are gonna go with a light hammer toss. All right, for the 3. Hole 11, we have another one that's way uphill, 485 feet. It looks like it's dead straight. I'm guessing the basket's tucked somewhere up there in the woods, but we are gonna go with our Firestorm because the wind is really starting to pick up. Get up there. I got pushed down quite a bit, but let's see where we ended up. We still have quite a ways to go. It looks like you do want to come in with a turnover or a sidearm. The basket's just kind of thrown up there in the trees. So we are going to try to go with a nice sidearm with our scepter and hopefully have a putt. All right, I think that'll be all right. Well, we did crash in early, leaving ourselves this very awkward putt, but it's only about 17 feet for the 3. Nice putt. Hole 12, 405 feet, quite a bit downhill. It's just a big hyzer shot. We are gonna go with our Halo Boss. All right, sounded like we caught a tree. Unfortunately, the Boss did catch these trees over here, so we still have 130 feet to the pin, a pretty standard hyzer shot. All right, that works. For the 3. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Guys, I don't know where all this wind came from, but it was finally starting to feel like it was warming up a little bit, and now we have this ice cold wind just ripping through the course. Hole 13, 370 feet. It appears that we have another big blind hyzer shot, so again, we are gonna go with the Halo Boss. Holy headwind. Get in there. All right, hopefully we can make a play for the pin. If I were to play this hole again, I would definitely go for a skip shot. There's a very thick wall of trees here. It definitely feels like a throw and hope situation. The headwind did keep the Boss straight. Luckily, we did sneak through this back door and we didn't end up in this very thick rough. We still have about 170 feet uphill. We are gonna go with our Envy. Absolutely perfect. For the 3, hole 14, 315 foot, dead straight tunnel shot. It does go slightly downhill, and I have to imagine as soon as we get out of the woods, the wind is gonna do a lot of squirrely things to the throw. So with that being said, we are gonna disc up to the Champion Orc. Oh, come on, fight the wind. All right, that worked out quite well. I'm guessing about a 30-foot putt. We ended up quite a bit closer than I thought. I'm very happy with that drive. Hole 15, 305 feet, dead straight, kind of another tunnel shot, but we are throwing over this little ravine here. It is tempting to take the distance driver and go up and over everything, but the wind is not gonna cooperate with that, so we are gonna full send it with our hex. Oh, dang. We hit one tree, hit a stump, and slid back down the hill. Unlucky. Well, after our very unfortunate double tree kick there, we have landed about halfway up this hill, very slippery footing, about 110 feet. We're gonna give it a nice run with our rhino. Oh, too low, but it should be a tap in. For the 3. Funny enough, the hardest thing about filming in the cold for me is not my hands. Yes, they feel like they're gonna fall off because I don't really have time to warm them up and I'm always carrying the tripod, but it's actually the commentary. You know what I mean? When your face is so cold, it's hard to talk and like articulate words, but luckily the sun is popping out. Most of those tee shots take about 8 takes in the cold because I just cannot fluently speak. So fun little behind the scenes for you guys. Guys, the wind is getting absolutely out of control. The tripod has blown over 3 times just trying to film this tee shot, but we have hole 16, 330 feet, way uphill. We are gonna disc up to the destroyer just to try to fight the wind. Get up there. Oh my goodness, I think that actually may have been an ace run. This is out of control for the very surprising birdie. Hole 17, 310 feet. You want to get down this fairway a little bit and then it is a meat hook left. So we are going to go with our scepter, hopefully get some good ground play and maybe even a skip. Get through. All right, hopefully we have a putt. The scepter did work out quite well for us. We still have about 32 feet, slightly downhill for the 2. Oh, didn't commit to it. And rounding off Rotary Disc Golf Course, we have this very iconic hole 18. The basket is 545 feet away. It's kind of set up like an island. It has a big circle with a bunch of wood chips around it. We are gonna full send our champion boss. I'm not sure what's gonna happen in all this wind, but let's find out. Way too high in the air. That's going nowhere. Not a great throw, big bummer with all the wind. This is a great one to empty the bag on. We've left ourselves 115 feet for the 2. Hopefully we can end on a good note. Just go in. Oh, nice run. For the 3, and I really hope the city keeps this amazing hole 18 in. It's a blast to play. And that wraps up today's video at Rotary Disc Golf Course in Morristown, Tennessee. And the one big takeaway I have is Frank Lorino Park has a lot to offer to the community. When I first got to Morristown, this is where I found myself at, and I was watching some awesome slow pitch softball games. There was a soccer match going on over here. There's a skate park in that direction. Just a whole lot going on, and you love to see how active the community is. Rotary Disc Golf Course has a good mixture of wide open holes and very tricky woods holes. A lot of the longs are blind and will be difficult for your first playthrough. And like a lot of the other courses in Morristown, this one can be enjoyed by people of all skill levels, has a nice ease of play, and the maintenance is very good. If you are a higher skill level player and you are going for those long tees, you absolutely are going to find yourself in some very tricky scramble situations, which I love to see and can greatly improve your game. It is very unfortunate to see all of the work going on in this park. Like I said earlier, a lot of the locals have mentioned concern that they are going to take out hole 18, which is a very iconic here hole in Morristown. And as you saw, holes 4 and 5 have already had quite a bit taken out. Overall, I'm going to give Rotary Disc Golf Course the very solid score of 7.5 out of 10. I think it is a very enjoyable course. Again, there's nothing really setting it apart from a lot of the other ones, but there's nothing holding it back. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.